John McLaren Early Education School.
I am Anna Otero. I am the VEPA TK art teacher.
I'm Sandra Pryor, and I am a teacher at John McLaren.
Jennifer Pondler.
Crystal Anderson, the integrated special education teacher.
That's who we are. So, our challenge is called ABL, Arts-Based Learning. I know you've heard of PBL, right? Project-Based Learning. So we have renamed it. We're now calling it Arts-Based Learning here at John McLaren. So one day, I was reading the district's website and on my spare time, and I ran across this VAPA vision and goal statement. And it basically says equity, access, and excellence in arts education for every student in every school is the vision and the goal of the Visual Performing Arts Department, which is called VAPA, of the San Francisco Unified School District. Bringing the arts in the classroom and students to the arts in our powerfully creative and artistically diverse community, we seek to build and enhance 21st century skills and to encourage students, teachers, and parents to view themselves as lifelong learners who are inspired by the arts and act as creative participants in our school community. And that's on the website. You can go and look that up. But our students don't have this. Therefore, the district will never fulfill this vision that I just read to you without us being able to have our challenge fulfilled. So if we want the vision fulfilled and we want the goal met, then our challenge must be fulfilled. So it also aligns with SFUSD's vision for visual performing arts, as well as the graduate profile, specifically providing opportunities for students to be creative. 1,700 pre-K students are in SFUSD. However, $0 go to funding pre-K arts education. We know that the benefits of arts education for 3 to 5-year-olds is priceless.
And I just want to say that I am the TK VAPA teacher, and I am not providing services for pre-K right now, so that's in case you're confused about what my role is at this school. So our design challenge, the question we finally came up with was, how might we create an art-centered environment that fosters and celebrates our youngest learners' creativity, holistic development, and self-expression at John McLaren? And in order to do that, and get to that question, here are some of the activities we did to find out the needs of our users.
So during the discovery phase, we went and observed a bunch of different model programs, such as Rooftop, Creative Arts Center, SF Children's Arts Center. And in the process, we found that there are programs out there, just not for pre-K. So ultimately, in our data research, we found that children relax, focus, and feel successful, and feel that they can express themselves through and their feelings through process-focused art, not product-focused art. So I was going to say, so we took surveys, and we found that 90% of the parents felt that strongly that there should be an increase in arts in early education. We also found we also documented what was currently used as art materials and activities in our classrooms, and found that basically with just a little nudge and a little help and a little guidance, we could get, there was great potential for arts integration.
Art is a must, and it's part of why students go to school, and it's part of how our students learn about the world around us. Our next step was to define our challenge, and from our studies we found
That students are full of creativity and curiosity. Public displays of work increase student pride and motivation. Outside resource support is helping to provide appropriate arts education for our young learners. And integrated arts can help develop academic, social, emotional, and developmental skills of our children. This is just kind of like a picture of like how we came up with those insights. We kind of did a little web and kind of figured out what was most important to us. And we also now are going to talk about like the development, so like what we actually thought about developing, which are 3 design features, which is having a residency program with teacher coaching and support, professional development, on integrated arts-based learning for our students, and public displays of student learning journeys and their creations.
So you can kind of see from the web, and like probably all of you, we had a lot of ideas, and it was difficult to kind of land on a few things. But our big question also was what will be most effective, what will be most sustainable, and how can we surround our students with the arts? And so what we kind of came up with was if we find ways to integrate the arts with what's already happening in the school and the curriculum and the routines and the structures at the school, and we get some help doing that, that would probably be the most effective way to do it. So our first design idea is to do a deep dive into music with the support of Music First, which is a organization that does music residencies. And so what we'll start with is an after-school PD for the whole staff, the paras, everyone on the staff, and then start a 12-week residency with students while the teachers are watching the model, the teacher from the residency program modeling how to do it. And then during that time, we'll have release days for teachers and paras to work with the resident for coaching and support about how to integrate art music into the classroom. And hopefully with that, we'll create a more musical environment at the school, and we'll be able to reach out to families as well and introduce them and include them in the process of bringing musical expression to their students' lives.
And so in design phase 2, so we're talking about the professional development to keep make a lasting impression on the teachers. We have details as far as concentrations on music, dance, and visual arts. We have iteration times of February, April, and September. And the success measures will be effective implementation of the strategies and teacher and student experience reflections.
Design Feature 3 is the culminating learning journey showcase, which is just a way to celebrate our students' learning process and also their creations. So we'll provide a bunch of different like displays of documentation throughout the year, such as like the promotion where they graduate, where they can have a showcase for their teachers, students, and parents, and having Stars of the Month celebrations where they get to show their peers from their other classrooms and their peers in their classroom what they've learned through our program.
So our outcomes are going to be based on our desired results developmental profile, which is DRDP. That's one of the assessments that we use in early education. Currently, our department does not assess in the areas of music, dance, or visual arts right now, because you can't assess what you don't officially teach. And so right now, since it's not being provided by the district, that is not something that our department does, but we will, for our outcomes, use those measures from the DRDP. Quantitatively, and then qualitatively, we will have visual displays of student creativity and process, as well as focal student interviews. The arts are not supplemental, they are critical, so they're foundational. And what we believe is that they're part of our foundation for self-expression, social emotional learning, and mental health. So we need to set our students up for success, not just in school, but in life. So our ask is $19,620. For implementation coaching, meaning that we don't want just the PDs where we just sit down and learn. We actually want somebody to roll up their sleeves, get in the classroom, and show our teachers how we can take things such as interactive read-alouds and how can we bring that alive and create a song and then create a dance and then do all that stuff. So we want somebody actually in there with us. The materials that we are going to need for things that we're going to need for like musical playground wall, we're going to get a musical playground wall. Yeah, that's going to be cool. And then culminating learning journey showcases where we're going to showcase their learning. Okay, so we have our very special guest and person that we have with us. She's going to help us with this last slide. And as he comes up, remember this is okay. So remember that Baptist vision is our vision. So remember that BAPA wants equity, access, and excellence in arts education for every student in every school. That means Noah too, right? Because early education schools are part of the district too.